If you know me in real life, you probably know I'm a grade A retard.
Just what I always wanted. A big, fat, frozen elephant dick.
I love my plastic, my old ass shit. I'm pretty disagreeable sometimes. I got a lot of hot takes.
Looks like a fucking chocolate chip cookie.
But what's not a hot take is MegaMan fucking rocks. It's okay if you don't prefer Mega Man or its gameplay or whatever, but you're a fucking dork.
That shit is a two-pack of ass. The fuck are you talking about? That shit stinks.
We're going to be specifically talking about Mega Man X1 today. However, when it comes to the other games, I will admit, they're all kind of a mixed bag. Of course, you could be a dumbass like me and listen to critics who go, oh yeah, Mega Man Legends is one of the weakest parts of the Mega Man series, and is, if not, one of the worst action-adventure JRPGs I've ever played. So you buy it as a joke just to have in your collection, and then you finally sit down and play it, and you go, what the fuck? This is like one of the best PS1 games I've ever played. Now, I know that sounds like a hot take, but think about it. Have you played Mega Man Legends? Probably not. You probably just listened to critics who didn't like it. Nerd, I love you to death. But man, you were wrong about this one. On the other side of the spectrum, there are some entries that are pretty fucking weak. There's some originals that I don't really care for too much. I feel like they're kind of just rehashed versions after 3. However, I do appreciate the amount of quality they decided to put into the later entries. I will give it that. It's kind of the same thing for the X series too, except for the fucking Black Sheep X7. Holy fuck, this game sucks. You don't even get to play as X until very much late into the game, and you start off as this guy named Axel that no one's heard of before. He's got a pretty decent character design, but he comes off as a really annoying character, and the gameplay is just very repetitive and stupid. You have auto-aim on everything. There is no point in aiming and shooting anymore. Of course, you're given the ability to switch targets, but it's pretty much useless unless you're trying to start a puzzle or something. You see, if you just keep spamming the fucking fire button, you'll pretty much get through the area. Zero just acts and plays like he doesn't want to be here.
I can't believe I'm back here again.
The way he moves around and swings his sword, it feels like he's just dragging his feet throughout the entire time. His animations are incredibly sluggish, and it's like he's taking a back seat and just letting his right arm flail around like he's got somewhere else better to be. It's almost like if you asked Anthony Edwards to change a diaper.
Not sugar.
Now, a lot of people got a lot of hate for X6, and to that, I gotta say, it's decent. It's a little slow, but decent. I like it. If I'm being real, my two only favorite go-tos of the X series is X1 and X4. Now, those games I could play all day. But I won't keep you here for too much longer. Let's just get into this shit, and let's talk about the original Mega Man X. You start off as X, going down a highway, busting down baddies. Now at first it seems like you're brand new run-of-the-mill Mega Man, but you start to notice you have a charge shot with 3 different types of shots. Now I know this shit was introduced in Mega Man 4, but oh my fucking god.
Gay ass nigga, shut up, shut up.
You take down a giant bee robot and the bridge collapses. How are you gonna get out? Well, guess what? You can actually wall jump your way out of any area, and you don't need another wall behind you in order to do that. Now, I know that might seem like it would make the game too easy, but the amount of shit berating you throughout the levels, it's important that you need to be as nimble as possible and have as much at your disposal as you possibly can. So you get through the intro, and Boba Fett tries to show up on a giant ship and plops down like he's got aura and tries to pick a fight with you. It's an unwinnable fight, and even if you do somehow manage to beat him, the game will still make you lose. He's a bit of a shit talker too. Just makes you want to beat him up even more. Then Zero pops out of nowhere, and he's strong enough to at least get him to back off. X expresses feelings of uselessness in this situation, and Zero snaps back by saying, "It's okay, dude. You're a freaking rookie, and you shouldn't expect to fight someone that powerful at your state." So Zero encourages X to go back home and recover and go on another mission to find the abilities he was originally designed with. These abilities were made by his original creator, and they're scattered throughout the entire city. Problem with that is on his journey he's going to have to take out the remaining big boy Master Mavericks that are part of the final boss's team in order to take over the entire world and rid the world of humans. So while he's doing that, Zero opts himself to go on ahead and start scouting for Sigma's fortress. Yeah, Sigma. This is what our fucking final boss's name is. You know what? I've heard and seen worse. The order in which you defeat the bosses is all dependent on you and what you prefer. Me personally, this is my order. First I go Chill Penguin, then I do Storm Eagle, then Flame Mammoth, Spark Mandrill, Armadillo, Launch Octopus, Boomer, and then Sting. I'll explain why as we go along, but for now, let's just get started with the first boss, Chill Penguin. In the icy tundra, you run and shoot until you run into the Dash Boots upgrade. A hologram plays of Dr. Light from the OG Mega Man, and he explains why he created X and how he was his last invention before he passed. Inside the capsule is the Dash Boots, and they're almost essential in order to beat the game. If you want to play without them, I think there might be a code for it, but I'm not entirely sure. So you blast your way through the level and then you meet up with the motherfucker himself. Your first time fighting him might be an issue, but if you power through his patterns, he's pretty much chopped cheese. His pattern is pretty simple. He jumps, he shoots, and he slides. That's it. I've been playing this game long enough to just essentially bully him, and the only time I get hit is just because I'm impatient and just want him dead. So a lot of the times I just end up feeling bad for this motherfucker. Every time I restart this game, I feel like I'm showing up in this dude's life unannounced just to fuck his shit up, and there's nothing he can do about it but take it.
Are you serious? Get over here!
So you take care of business with the penguin, and then you get a new power called the Ice Shotgun, or Shotgun Ice, whatever the fuck you want to call it. Looks and feels pretty useless, right? Well, check this out. If you fucking shoot the wall, 5 or 6 bullets will ricochet off and hit a different enemy that's either behind you or in a different area you can't reach. Now, you're going to fucking need that. In fact, look at this shit. You can even ricochet off of enemies that you're shooting.
This shit look nasty as fuck.
Now that is pretty fucking fire. Now speaking of fire, let's talk about Flame Mammoth. I'm just kidding, Storm Eagle. First rule of thumb with this level, watch your motherfucking step. Wait, hold on. Holy shit, this soundtrack is bussin'. So like I said, watch your step. There's an insane amount of platforms here that want you to fall. And it only gets worse, especially in the final level. There's some secrets here that can be accessed by getting a weapon from another boss, but we'll get back to that in a sec. If you explore a little bit, you can grab another secret that can be immediately accessed by getting on these platforms and grabbing an energy tank. I would recommend grabbing it and holding on to it for the final fight. X then decides that 9/11 is old enough to be funny and decides to hijack a plane. Only then where things get sticky. All you really gotta do here is outrun him and just keep your finger on the trigger. Whenever he flies left, you bait him with a right. He'll do another move where he flies low and tries to blow you off the ship. However, you can just keep on his ass and pretty much nothing will happen. He'll even shoot a tornado at you, but like I said, keep on that booty. He'll even throw you a curveball and throw his suns at you, but they're essentially light work.
Always bothering me.
Easy, but fun. Oh cool, I got a tornado. The tornado is your best friend in a lot of situations, so just make sure to keep that in mind. I should probably mention at this point, since we have 2 weapons, or if you haven't noticed yet, you can actually switch your special weapons at will with the bump of the triggers. In the older Mega Man, if you wanted to switch, you had to painstakingly pause mid-fight, rummage through your shit, then select it, and then unpause. Now, when I was a kid, I was playing shit like Mega Man 9 and 10 on the Wii, which are absolutely great, by the way. But even then, I was annoyed at how you still had to do that, and those came after Mega Man X. My first time playing this was back on the PS Vita in the remake, and when I found this out, you had no idea how much of that changed the game for me. Now, Flame Mammoth's level is awesome, and if you beat Chill Penguin before him, his stage will completely freeze over and you can just chuck your way to the boss. You're not missing much by skipping through, and if you wanted to, you could play it with the lava, but like I said, it doesn't make that much of a difference unless you just want those little lava pits. Again, some secrets are here to find on the edge of the map. Here you can grab a heart container, and if you played video games before, you know exactly what it does. You get to the boss, and I forgot to mention that each boss is weak to a different weapon you acquire from beating other bosses. In this case, Flame Mammoth is weak to my Storm Tornado, but we don't fucking do that shit here, son! We don't do that shit here, son! Let's play the game! I'm playing, I'm about to die, I'm him, just not this second. Keep on your feet and stay on his ass, especially when he decides to stop in his tracks and yap. You should be fine here as long as you use the wall jump technique where you dash slightly before you press the jump button in order to get over him before he jumps. You're going to want to have hops here, especially when he decides to stomp the ground and sweep you off your feet. Watch out for his fireballs and lava gun, and you should be smooth. Afterwards, you acquire my favorite weapon in the game, the Fire Wave, which is super fucking useful, especially in Armadillo stage. Going back to Storm Eagle stage, you can use the Fire Wave to find a secret in order to get the helmet, which I don't fucking know what you use it for. Don't look at me, I didn't design this shit. I can't even stop my Tims from looking nice.
Let me go get the fit. Oh yeah.
You don't gotta see nothing. Hey, turn it off.
Fit check on his melon.
Hey, check it out, certified.
Are these bitches mid Tim's creased in the back? Let me see the back. Let me see the back. His ass. This is what he does. Let me show you what he does to put the shoe on. No. Oh!
What the fuck?
Oh shit!
Get the fuck out my shoes.
Oh my god, bro. I'm surprised I don't see no shit stain in your shorts right now, you ugly ass.
I haven't done any creasing in these boots, actually.
Bro,
What is the?
Fuck you, Rick Souls. Can we get a fuck you, Rick Souls in the chat? Thank you. Now we're on to Spark Mandrill, and man, I gotta say, pussy! Why are these fucking robots trying to fight me again? I know Sigma wants to, like, get rid of the humans in the entire world, but I have yet to see one damn human in this entire universe. It's been 100 years or 1,000 or whatever the fuck since the original Mega Man, and I have yet to see one fucking human that isn't Dr. Light or Dr. Wily in this universe. I think Sigma's just looking for a fucking plan to throw hands.
Fuck you, nigga. You think you hard? Wanna talk shit?
Thousands of niggas is waiting for your motherfucking call, and they all talking shit up on that ass right now.
So back to Piss Boy's stage. As you can see, his stage is all broken up, and just like Flame Mammoth's stage, if you decide to play this one before you beat Storm Eagle, his stage will be completely powered up. Only then is when it actually gets pretty difficult. But watch how quiet he gets when he gets word I have an ice shotgun.
Yeah, motherfucker. I'll fuck you up.
Hey, yeah, what's up, motherfucker? Guess what? I'm back to business. I'm here. I'm in your hood and no one's heard of you. Check this shit out, boy. Can't do shit. You can't do shit. You can't do shit. Seriously, just wait for the animation of him putting his arms down to be over and just shoot an ice shotgun. He should be smooth. He's pretty difficult, though, if you want to do it the regular way. But we ain't doing that shit here today, son. Alright. You get the electric spark, and I gotta say, I never really cared for this one. It's dope that I can shoot the wall and have it spread both ways in different directions to hit enemies that are above me or below me, but I rarely find myself using that. Who you're going to need it for is this fucking bitch!
What are you talking about, cracker?
Alright, yeah, I'm just bullshitting. This level is fucking dope. Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to show you all the rest of the game for another time, because right now I'm using a video editor in which I gotta re-render the video like 100 times in order for it to let me do more audio clips and more clips, and it's really annoying and it's really busting on the quality of this video, so sorry guys, I'm just using what I gotta work with right now. I don't really have the best state-of-the-art equipment, so tune in for part 2. I know this is some old YouTube video shit, but I'll show y'all next time. Have a good weekend!